Good morning, all you lovers of traditional music and all ships at sea, as the great Walter Winchell used to say. Today's November 7th, and I'd like to welcome you to another broadcast of the original Tunesday from the Shop with Skip. I say the original, just a little bit of housekeeping, because I start to see the phrase Tunesday showing up in several different videos out there on the interweb, and I just wanted to take a moment to credit my great friend out in San Francisco, California, Mr. Matt Woodica, as being the person who, as far as I know, coined the phrase Tunesdays. So thank you, Matt, and to everybody else. It's not trademarked, although maybe I should have. And everybody is welcome to use this wonderful turn of phrase, again, created by the great Matt Woodica. So it's been a minute since the last video. There's going to be a little bit of blah blah here on this one. If you're not interested in the blah blah, just fast forward until you see me holding the old mahogany gas pipe, because that's where the tune is going to start. But I spent a couple of weeks back in the old country, back in Rhode Island, spending some time with my great friend PJ up in Massachusetts, and then spending some time in my old hometown of East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Was in Connecticut a little bit to be made a member of the Honored Jaybirds Society of the Company of Fifers and Drummers, along with three other fantastic fifers, John Benoit, John Chalia, who I've spoken endlessly about in these videos, and the great Tishka Musko, along with a couple of other people who were honored that day. It was a great occasion, a great time. Had a wonderful trip. Came back to Switzerland, and then things got kompliziert, as they say here, complicated. I received a notice from the wonderful people at the IRS, that's the Internal Revenue Service in the United States, that my tax return from 22 had been rejected for some strange reason. I contacted them, and then after my identity was verified, it turned out that I have been the victim of an ID tax fraud. My identification, for those of you who are not from the United States, when you turn 16 years old in America, you have to register with the Social Security Agency. They work with taxes and all kinds of important things, and you're issued what's called a Social Security number. And that is your personal identification number. You keep that top secret because it kind of unlocks the key to your financial kingdom, and someone managed to hack somewhere and steal my number. So for the past 2 weeks, I've been dealing with about half a dozen different governmental agencies in America, establishing the tax fraud case and canceling lots of things and registering and getting half a dozen case numbers. And it's no fun at all to deal with in America, and it's less fun to deal with when you live in Switzerland and have to spend literally about 50 hours on the telephone with various disinterested government employees trying to regain control over your financial future. So that wasn't much fun, but that's why I've been unable to do any videos, because I've been either too pissed off for the first week and a half, or just had no time to do it. But today, getting to the music, I'd like to play my latest composition for you. When I was staying in East Greenwich, I was staying in the home of an old school friend of mine named Danny Moone, M-O-O-N-E, that'll be important. Danny is selling his old house, so he let me stay there. The house was basically empty, which was fine, you know, but there wasn't a lot to do on it, especially the first night, which was very rainy and very windy. So I was sitting in his sparse yet empty kitchen, which was at that point a wonderful echo chamber for playing the flute. And I had a bit of a tune spring into my head, so I spent a little bit of time working on the tune, and in about 10 minutes, I had what I was about to play for you. Now, I stand up and wander around a lot when I'm playing, and I was looking out the kitchen window down towards the East Greenwich Cove, or the bay, small body of water in East Greenwich. And through the rustling leaves and rain and all of this stuff, I thought I could see the reflection of moonlight off the bay. And so I started thinking, moon on the moon on the bay. And I thought that was nice to use Danny's last name, thanking he and his wonderful wife Lisa for staying in their house. And I decided to call this tune Moon Over the Bay. So it's a bit of an unusual tune. What a surprise, huh? It's not really a march, it's not really a reel, it's somewhere in between everything, and at the end of the day, I think it's a little bit of a Breton-style andro. So, Olivier, pay attention. Gonna need some chords on this one. So, Moon Over the Bay. So there you go, back on the old mahogany gas pipe again. Moon Over the Bay, dedicated to Danny and Lisa Moone back in beautiful East Jesus, Rhode Island. Hope you enjoyed the tune. I wish you a really good week. Have a good time. Practice your instrument. Bring some new tunes into your session. Bring some new tunes into your life. It's fun. Cheers, everybody. See you soon. Everybody in Belgium, get ready. I'm coming.